It's been a big one.
But it's been 22 years.
But 40 years that you've been making the world's finest.
Yeah, well, September was 39 years
39.
Of making vitamins. Actually, this January will be 28 years since I first set foot on TV. Because it was 28 years ago, January, New Year's, that I originally was on QVC. And then 22 years ago, this month, originally here at HSN. And
Full
so it's
circle.
it's been an amazing, I mean, I'm not here, but for everyone out there, that's funny. That's from 28 years ago. That's me 28 years ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wearing a brown sport jacket, a little turtleneck.
Very
That's
nice.
funny.
But see what I mean? Dorian Gray hasn't aged a day. And
I've aged.
No, I don't know about that.
I've aged 30 years since then.
Well, I don't think so.
But it's been a wonderful journey, and the best part about doing this today is how much more connected we are. We've always had a customer service center, not just to support you, but to get your feedback. What's great about today with the digital world is that we get the reviews, we get so much feedback, so we really know when we're doing something well. We also learn when we're doing something not so well, and that enables us to continue to improve and refine our products, which the perfect example we'll be talking about our Ultimate Friendly Flora. Originally, that was a product that had to be refrigerated. It was a nightmare for everyone, so we went back to the drawing board. We created our Friendly Flora, which then became our Ultimate Friendly Flora, so now you're getting the latest and the greatest incarnation of a product that's we've been working on for over 3 decades. So most companies, unless they were making yogurt, only really discovered probiotics recently. This is something we've worked on for decades. It's a product that is designed to deliver nothing. And I don't say this in a way to minimize how unique this product is, but we try to not be fancy or cute with this product. We deliver the species of probiotics that have been established scientifically for decades, but established for thousands or hundreds of thousands of years as an integral part, an absolute essential part of our digestion, an essential part of our immune system. So that's how we go about doing this. Highest potency ever, by far the best price ever. So we'll talk about cranberry at length first.
Perfect.
And then we'll talk about Ultimate Friendly Flora after. We'll do each for about 15 minutes.
Right.
So it'll be short airings, and then we have a variety show in between.
Absolutely. See, I got caught up in the pleasantries, and
yes.
you know, these are all abbreviated airings. So to Andrew's point, we have not one, but 2 amazing today's specials. They're products I take every day.
And I think just so everyone knows, on the larger sizes, because the larger sizes of both the Ultimate Friendly Flora and the cranberry are their best pricing ever. And they're special sizes. So larger sizes, best pricing ever. Also, what we've done, if you decide to get the large size of cranberry and the large size of Ultimate Friendly Flora, from a packaging standpoint, it's much more efficient, it's more environmentally efficient, it's a single shipment. So we like to encourage that. So if you get the large size of each, the savings are the best pricing ever. It's a little more than $0.10 a capsule for the cranberry. So when you get that, you save an additional $10 on each. So the best pricing ever individually on the 2 largest, on all the sizes, and the best pricing ever gets even better if you get the 2 large sizes together.
So I'll give you kind of the components real quickly. So to Andrew's point, you can choose, again, 2 great today's specials. This is the last day of the anniversary. He will be making, I know, a little takeover on the Monday night show, but on the Ultimate Friendly Flora, and this is the largest billion colony potency that he's ever offered. Normally it's 25, it's 30, but you can choose the 30, 60, 120, and 240. And since it's a higher potency than ever before, that's almost actually closer to getting 300 capsules. But so you're welcome to, of course, choose your size in Friendly Flora or choose your size in cranberry. And this is what Andrew was talking about. So as an example, if you buy the 240 count size of the Friendly Flora, that's $209 after today. If you get the
today it's only $89.
But today it's only $89.
Best price ever.
Best price ever. But if you choose to do what most of us are doing, because we take these every day, the 240 count size and the 600 count size of cranberry, we take $10 off each one. So it actually makes the duo or the bundle of the largest one less than you would spend for just the Flora alone. And of course, as always, free shipping, money back guarantee, our extended holiday return policy. I mean, any way you stack it, potency you've never offered before. You've never done that 600 count size on the cranberry. I mean, I think we all get it. We're all in.
And these are both products, interestingly enough, that sort of are just natural ingredients that work with or within our bodies. That the probiotics, and I was saying this the other day, that we might think that we have a little bit of colonization of these little probiotic critters in our body. And hopefully I'm not giving you a sense that there are these strange organisms that live in our body. They're not strange. They've always lived in all our bodies, all of humanity, not just humanity. I'm sure those of us who have pets, dogs or cats, we know that probiotics are an integral part. If your dog or cat might get antibiotics or something like that, if they might have diarrhea, whatever it might be. Generally, I know with dogs, what they're going to recommend is probiotics, a Friendly Flora product. And this is a product, our Ultimate Friendly Flora, that I'll sprinkle on Lincoln and Marcel's food. So, which, by the way, I got my mom a new puppy this week.
Oh, that's right.
Because last year my mom's dog Diva had passed away. So we got her another Lincoln and Marcel. Oh. So we got her an Australian Shepherd Poodle. So she just got, and there's Lincoln and Marcel. The crazy little dudes. That's Marcel. Marcel's now closely groomed, and he's almost the same size as Link.
Oh, no kidding.
So yeah, Lincoln's about 35 pounds. Marcel's about 30 pounds.
That's amazing.
But Friendly Flora is an integral part, and we should probably switch over to cranberry.
Oh, perfect.
And cranberry's another product that I probably every other day I sprinkle a quarter of a capsule into Lincoln's food, the cranberry product. And we're going to be making these products and specifically formulating them in the future. I know I've threatened to do this. It's unfortunately, I guess if I was really focused on the business of this, I would have done pet products 25 years ago, but we're gradually moving to that. We've just been focusing on human nutrition, but the same ingredients that we enjoy as humans, our pets can enjoy as well. Of course, you could show them to your veterinarian, but in